Hi everyone, this is Nashat Ojel. I'm a clinical psychologist and a New York licensed clinician. I'm excited to share with you today some strategies in order how to increase our ability to become more resilient. Life is full of challenges. We all face difficulties. We all face struggles. So we need to think about resilience as this process that's gonna help us adapt well while facing these stressors and be able to bounce back from them. Some of us may think that resilience is just a inherited character. Either we are born with it or not. Thankfully, resilience can be taught and these skills can be mastered. However, it's gonna require from us certain time, effort in order to engage in certain number of steps. So let's think about it as a ongoing process. We usually group these steps under 5 categories. One is how we empower healthy thinking. Second is how we modulate our emotions, how we regulate them. Third is how we maintain interpersonal relationships, how we maintain our connections. Four is how we tolerate stress. And five is the effect of mindfulness. Let's start by talking briefly how we empower healthy thinking. In most of the cases, the situation is always the same, but the way we look at it, it could be different. So, this will tell us that our thoughts are not facts, are not 100% real. How can we achieve empowering healthy thinking? By being able to evaluate our thoughts and responding back to them in a realistic way while keeping an optimistic outlook. Let's talk a little bit how we can regulate our emotions. Usually our emotions are communicating something to us. They are trying to say something to us. So let's always listen to our feelings. Let's find out what they are trying to say. Accept them the way they are, and later on we can decide whether we need to act on what they are saying or not. We cannot control our emotions, but we can control how we respond back to them. As well, we can regulate our emotions by maintaining a healthy habits, by sleeping well, eating well, exercising, even though doing a small activities that we like. It may not decrease the stressors, it's not gonna eliminate the stressors, but it will increase our ability to handle these stressors. What about mindfulness? Mindfulness is this ability to be able to maintain our attention on the present, on the immediate experience, accepting it without judging it. So, the purpose of practicing mindfulness in a formal way is to be able to learn this skill in order to move it to our daily life in an informal way. This way, we would be able to accept negative emotions, distress, without judging them, without eliminating them, without avoiding them. Now, how can we increase our ability to tolerate stress? The most important is when we feel that we are about to break down, is to be able to step a little back. Maybe a simple gesture by splashing our face with cold water, that we feel we're cooling down. Exercising, learning a breathing technique, learning a muscle relaxation, where we feel we're okay, then maybe we can do something to distract ourselves. It could be an activity, it could be giving back to the communities that make us feel good about ourselves, looking for a purpose in life, giving meaning to what we're going through, putting our life into perspective. We may not be happy or pleased about what's going on right now, but let's think about that things could be worse, that maybe today is better than yesterday. The goal is not to compare ourselves to other or to what's going on. It's just to put it into perspective. Sometimes it's hard, and whatever we're doing, we feel that it's not changing. We have to accept things the way they are while keeping an optimistic outlook for the future. Finally, let's talk about the importance of healthy relationships. Especially now, it's very important to have our support network, to be surrounded by people that makes us feel good about ourselves. Even though we may go through disagreement, and that's totally normal, but we can follow these steps in order to make the process a little bit easier. Let's think about the situation from the other person's perspective. Let's have empathy. Let's think about the possible reason why this person is acting this way. And let's keep noticing. Even when we have disagreement with someone, let's keep noticing when they'll do something good to us. And let's always remember that kindness is a key element in order to maintain long-term relationships. Relationships cannot be based on a defensive communication. So now let's summarize that resilience is built on active and proactive strategies instead of passive and reactive strategies. However, these strategies may not work for everyone. It depends from everyone's situation and circumstances. For example, my clients feel that following a schedule keeps her from losing her mind until she heard that one of her family member is not doing well. Then she felt that practicing self-kindness, taking some time to process what's going on, is the best solution. At the end, we're trying to do our best, wishing everyone to be safe and well.